sometimes against good players. So playing PT isn't easy. And Maracacchi performing, you know, pretty well. I think this is his second time that he is in Diamond, I think. I think he was in Diamond last season also.
Could very well be, yeah.
So, you know, staying at the same level, very nice. Consistent results can be very tough when you play against these kinds of players in Diamond. So let me update the scoreboard real quick. It's Maracacchi versus ZoGeDaan in Diamond B, I think? A? Okay.
Diamond A,
Thank you. Yeah, I had the schedule next to me, but then, you know, the blue screen happened. Let's get...
What blue screen?
Let's get into it.
I noticed nothing. So, ZoGeDaan actually decided to go for his Inkling rather than a Palutena. I like that choice because I dislike this matchup as Palutena. I'm pretty sure it's Palutena favorite, but I think Squirtle is just so good against Palu. Palu has such a hard time hitting Squirtle.
Right.
Inkling also has some troubles, but the back air definitely solves a lot of that trouble. The hardest thing for Inkling in this matchup is probably getting the KOs, so we'll see how Dan does that.
And it's most likely that Inkling is just a comfort pick in this matchup then, because I also agree Palu versus Trainer is probably Palu favorite. Actually, most likely. Played the matchup quite a ton. And I think if you choose Inkling then deliberately, then it's probably going to be you just being much more comfortable in that matchup. Right now, though, looking pretty even between these two. Maracacchi scrapping, Dan getting some hits in. It's mostly been loose hits instead of real big advantage states. So that's
right. And there's some time for Dan to recharge his ink meter, but he's not really opting to do that. Only just now when getting the hit in. Tries to go for the roller, doesn't quite get it, but he has Maracacchi on the edge right now, and he's slowly keeping control over the center.
Yep. Oh, Maracacchi doing the classic Ivysaur, the drop down up B through the stage, and opting to go Charizard here, which I get, you want to get the kill, but at the same time, Zard gets juggled into oblivion by Inkling. And we didn't see it that stock, but believe me, that's the case. So
but doesn't Ivysaur also get juggled?
Yep. Yeah, that is true, but not as badly as Zard. Ivysaur definitely has the better neutral of the two, and can abuse that a bit more with the projectile. But so far, Dan playing as well.
I mean, I'm not going to go against you, but I just really... I honestly don't like Ivysaur at all in this game. The forwarder is going to take it. He switched to Charizard, is going to switch to Squirtle any second now. I think Dan is looking to keep the pressure up, making sure he can't switch.
There we go. So yeah, gets hit once, and then he's like, alright, I need to dip. Literally dips by using the side B, but that move is not safe, my man. And ZoGeDaan punishing that very well. Maracacchi, though, trying to play this long-range Ivysaur again, just getting the chip damage wherever possible to kind of make up for this deficit that he has. And, you know, it's working a little bit, but as you said, Ivysaur also gets juggled a whole lot by Inkling.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dan is really on point so far with what he's throwing out here. The up throw up air. It's looking like space right there.
Yeah, actually got it
consistently.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, I like it. It's very nice to see that, you know, I think he has mainly been playing Palutena, but still this Inkling very much up to scratch here.
And he has played a ton of Inkling in this set so far, or in SNUL so far, but in stream it's mostly been the Palu. But most of the time he goes into a match and the first game he's like, well, yeah, let's just try the Inkling. For example, he played against Shuc. That's notably not a very good matchup for Inkling, is a very good matchup for Palu. And still he decided to go with the Inkling because he's just that much more comfortable on that character. And you can see it right here. It's an entire stock up, and Maracacchi is struggling right now. Gets hit by the roller, that's going to be it.
Very wisely, he went for the F smash instead of the up smash because of the weight, you know. Heavier characters do not get popped up of the first hit of the up smash, so that's why Inklings go for F smash instead of up smash against heavier characters. You know, Zard at 200%, probably not long for this world, if I'm being honest. But, you know, that does mean Inkling still has to find the killing blow, which is sometimes rough for Inkling, not gonna lie.
I mean, we can pretty much assure you that Azard is not an up throw up air percentage anymore. But the back throw will probably do it. Up smash is going to do it as well. Daan on his final stock, and we've seen some nasty Zard things come out in SNUL, so don't count out Maracacchi just yet.
Oh yeah, for sure, but yeah, okay. Switching to the Ivysaur, 213% on him. Still somehow living. That just goes to show how much Inkling can struggle killing sometimes if she doesn't get that up throw up air. Yeah, and
I'm seeing Maracacchi switch to Charizard very soon here and trying to go for something like an air side B.
A down air might do it.
No way.
If he got the second one, that would have done it. Maracacchi almost bringing this back from the brinks of defeat. This is very scary, actually. This could go either way right now. Oh, but the unsafe forward air gonna get punished. Dear Lord, that went down to the wire.
Oh, what kind of wire, man? That was some mighty thin strip of wire Daan was walking across of.
Oof.
And Maracacchi showing his resilience right there. I like that man. That man was a fighter.
You know, I can't resist to not make the reference. It's just that, you know, that season 1 of Kaiji where they're walking on the tight on like the beams and they can't fall because if they fall they die. It kind of reminded me of that. That was so clutch and so scary. Like either one of them could have just lost that game.
I mean, they were clinging onto that game as if it was like a 100,000 euros money match.
Right?
That was some insane resilience from Maracacchi shown right there. If he goes into the next game with the same gusto, I think Daan could have a very tough set ahead of him.
Oh yeah, for sure. That could be very rough. So he's gonna stay Inkling actually. They're doing the bans in the chat, so I get the sneak preview, and we're gonna be going to Town and City, it seems. Which, let me think about that pick actually. It's still a relatively good stage for Inkling, but then again, Daan did ban Lilat Belfast Yoshis, which are Inkling's worst, undoubtedly. So, you know, probably making do with what he's got, and Town and City is not a bad pick at all, I don't think.
I love the Town and City pick here from Maracacchi.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. If we look at how Maracacchi has been playing the Ivysaur in particular, he's trying to stay at range, and he's trying to really pressure Daan on the ledges. In Town and City, the ledges, if you're stuck on the ledge, ooh boy, you could be losing your stock at 50%. That's
true.
a dangerous foresight. Even against Ivysaur, that S-Smash will knock you right out of the park. I love the pick. I love Town and City. I love Smashville music. Hit me with it. Let's go into game number 2.
He's hype.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get it. Well, game 2. Let's get into it. So, Daan barely clutching that first one out, and Maracacchi, just from the clutches of defeat, didn't make it happen, but I'm gonna try and change the pace up a little bit here, and from what I know at least, Squirtle is the Pokemon that's supposed to do the best in this matchup, and we didn't see a whole lot of Squirtle in that first game. It was mostly Ivysaur, actually. Oh no. Switch? Nah, he's not gonna make that.
No, he isn't.
That is unfortunate. What a rough way to start the second game. But ZoGeDaan, definitely gonna be taking those. I mean...
Yeah, he is gonna be taking those. I mean, and we've seen what Maracacchi can do even when behind, so we definitely shouldn't be counting him out just yet. I just want to point something out. Daan switched to the orange skin. I don't like that choice. The yellow was so nice on that Charizard. Did you see that golden Charizard just now? That was so sick.
you mean Maracacchi switched?
Yeah, no, I mean, Daan was playing the yellow Inkling, so whenever he inked the Charizard, it was like this gold...
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, Golden Zard is not bad at all.
No.
Maracacchi actually doing very well here on this, you know, he basically SD'd at 0, and still making it work pretty well. Not trailing too much, but he does need to find a kill right now. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very rough for him.
Right, so he switches to the Ivysaur, which has kind of been his best Pokemon in this set so far, I would say.
No, I agree with you. He's been playing Ivysaur the best out of the 3. I think his Squirtle definitely is a bit lacking, which shows, especially in a matchup like this, where, as I said, Squirtle's probably the best one. But
one other thing I noticed is that Dan has been escaping these ledge traps quite well so far. One of the big strengths of Charizard is the ledge trapping, I would say. The back air, the forward tilt, both these tools are so strong. But so far it's been Dan who's been getting the edges in these ledge trap situations.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. Zard, as you said, is very good at ledge trapping, mainly because he has a killing F-throw combined with, you know, easy anti-airs in fair and up smash. So that just covers a very wide range that you can cover on reaction.
Yeah.
And Maracacchi not really making the best out of that just now, but will get the first stock finally. It's looking kind of rough. It started out just very badly for him, and Dan has just been riding that momentum all the way through.
ZoGeDaan has a very solid game plan, I would say, with the back airs just spacing out and hitting the jabs every now and then, getting the grabs just like this. And it all looks pretty easy, but it's hard to be doing that consistently.
Yeah, it's hard to control yourself like that, to stick to that game plan. And that's exactly why I admire a player like Space, who plays Inkling in such a, you know, very controlled way that he doesn't make any bad overextensions and at the same time sticks to that game plan. Something I would like to see Maracacchi do a little bit more, actually, in those offstage situations, is if he knows ZoGeDaan is gonna be using that up B, that's probably it, right? Yeah. Is that if ZoGeDaan is gonna be using the up B from down below and he doesn't have the time to set up a down air, or if the down air wouldn't kill, he can run off Nair, and that covers the entire ledge, which he can then, at lower percentages, combo into a B. We haven't seen that, but that is a possibility.
Alright, so that's something to look out for. Those are the small things that Maracacchi needs, and the immediate run back. I mean, I guess
ready.
I guess you could chalk up the second game to that SD on the first stock. Maracacchi's just going to try it again on Town and City. Once again, I like the pick. I don't think it's the wrong choice, but definitely an unfortunate start. Let's see how the Squirtle does, because that really has been the lacking point in this matchup so far.
Yeah, right. The entire team is carrying their weight except for kind of the dead weight Squirtle, who's just chilling in the back in the daycare, not really knowing what to do. And Dan having a little bit of trouble here, actually, against the Squirtle. Finally, Maracacchi coming into his own a bit with Squirtle, and already 84% on Dan.
Way better control by Maracacchi right now. Maybe it just needed a little bit of warm-up. Maybe Squirtle was feeling the nerves a little bit. Tried to go for the down air. Once again, he could have gone for the drop down air, like you said. Doesn't decide to do so.
Yeah,
maybe it might just be a little bit of nerves as well, because, you know, you just SD'd in game 2. You might not want to go off stage or something like that.
Right, so I want to add to that there's probably, like, at least in my opinion, a kind of a sweet spot for where you want to go for down air and the rest you want to go for nair. And oof, yeah, that was scary. And at 100%, you know, down air is going to kill, nair off the side won't kill, so that is kind of that sweet spot where you do want to go for the down air spike. But at 160, like this, if you're going to go low, you want to use the nair, because that is a free kill.
I also just really like running off and nairing back onto the stage just to create some pressure on my opponent, right? So that could be something to incorporate in your ledge trapping as well. Goes to the Charizard switch. This could be very scary, because if you land in that disadvantage, it can be very hard to get out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a double-edged sword. It can help him get the stock early, but it can also put him in a bad position, which Dan will abuse. So let's see what will happen here first. So far it's looking like Dan is avoiding all of the killing blows just by the skin of his teeth. And Maracacchi is trailing now because of that Zard switch. Well, I mean, he's still up, but it could have been much better for him.
Right, and hit the shield with that roller. That could have been an easy up smash out of shield, or at least something out of shield. But Maracacchi plays a little bit too respectfully, and Dan gets the first stock despite a very big deficit.
Yep, and I kind of get the Squirtle pick here, because, you know, probably the best disadvantage out of the 3, combined with the fact that his back throw will kill here, kind of regardless where he is on the stage. Dash attack actually killing. Okay, you don't see that often. So Maracacchi pulling out the rare moves in order to find the stock there.
It's kind of like watching an episode of Pokémon where suddenly a trainer screams Ivysaur Skull Bash, and you're like, wait,
he can do that?
why does he have Skull Bash? That's not competitively viable. You're a gym leader.
Yeah, but then you get hit by it anyway because you're not prepared. So yeah, ZoGeDaan still up, but Maracacchi playing this match very well in my opinion. This is probably the best he has been playing in the matchup all set. But Dan still, you know, showing how, you know, sticking to your game plan and just being very controlled in that can get you very far.
Yeah, Dan has been playing very well, gets the roller, gets the up smash. Yep. A little bit of a slow mash, I would say. I think he could have escaped there. I even saw Dan charge up that up smash, and that's those small things.
Yeah, if that was loading, he was out of there.
I was thinking more like Petrino smashing his controller into the ground or something.
Yeah, the loading has got the godlike match. But in any case, ZoGeDaan doing this very well. Up basically a whole stock right now, and lapping him, finally. Zard gonna be rough to land. Will he switch back to Squirtle? Yeah, there we go. But, oh no, that might be it.
Once again, with the charge!
Yeah, ZoGeDaan just getting those tech situations with the roller. And I mean, that is what is very good at doing. And if you notice that you're gonna get caught a lot by rollers in tech situations, literally just don't tech. That will save your skin, because it pops you up, because it can only ground you if you're not already in a grounded state.
Good point. Very good point.
So that's a little bit of counterplay to that. But
just don't tech.
Dan playing that very well. Yeah, no, but it is actually a mix-up against Inkling.
Love that. One of the first things you learn as a player, like, you need to learn how to tech, right? So you go into training mode, you turn on the red shells, or red shells even in this game, I'm not sure, and you just get hit by them, and you learn how to tech, and slowly but surely you get into there, and at some point it starts getting second nature. You tech everything. And now here's Grandmaster Shuc, and he's telling you, don't tech.
Well, that's a mix-up. Yeah, as a mix-up. But it really is a mix-up against Inkling.
It is. Yeah. I agree 100% with you. And it's important to know all your options at any given point. Like, even in some situations, a subpar option can be the right option.
Yeah, and I see Dan saying in the chat, if you don't tech, you get jab locked. That is true, but there were situations where you were in the air and Maracacchi was on the ground. And, you know, rolling there was basically the only way you could get a roller. So that's why I said it in that case. But as I said, it's also a mix-up, as coined in the chat. Thank you very much for the compliment. So yeah,